Get in!
Samurai? Stop. Listen to me, I don't want to hurt any of you. Fine, have it your way.
Yes, that was Batman fighting Joker Samurai in ancient Japan. I'm not sure why I decided to start off this video with that clip, but do you regret it? Anyways, welcome back to another episode of Generation Films. My name is American Ben, and here at this channel we believe there's no such thing as too much of anyone or anything that uses steel to cut down their enemies. So, following up on the 7 myths about the samurai video we did last week, today we are going to cover the best samurai fight scenes of all time. First up, we have Afro Samurai versus Gennosuke. I was hesitant to include anime on this list because a whole video could be done on anime samurai fights. But given the quality of almost every fight in Afro Samurai, from the original miniseries to the follow-up film, I would be a terrible person to not include it on this list. And then to pick just one fight from Afro Samurai was a challenge in itself, made easier from the fact that almost every single one of them has too much gore to show on YouTube. But his fight with Gennosuke really might be the best of the bunch. It's emotional and tragic as an old friend turns to mortal enemy and demons from the past manifest themselves in unrestrained, blade-on-blade action as the two fight to the death. There's a pain to this fight, a pain that connects the two fighters and is exchanged in the crossing of their blades as they glide in combat through the world around them. The scene is, quite simply, stunning.
See you in hell!
Next up, we have Kai versus the Lovecraftian Samurai in 47 Ronin. This movie was a real letdown. After Tom Cruise played a samurai, I figured it would be all downhill from there, and the only chance for something better would be Keanu Reeves as a samurai. And I waited and waited for this movie. And as I did, the production fell into disarray, and the final product just wasn't very good. But this fight scene between Reeves' character and the giant metal samurai, though short, was sweet. The scene is colorful, the fight is fluid, intense, and believable, and the samurai look hella cool. With the right person managing this film, I really wonder what could have been. Next up, we have the last samurai Kendo training scene. Now, it was really hard to pick just one scene from the film for this list because there's a whole lot of damn good, intense, and realistic fight scenes in this movie. There's the ninja attack, which is awesome because, samurai versus ninjas. And then there's the village ambush, which is just fantastic fight choreography and must have taken incredible work on the part of the combatants to pull off. But the scene I'm going to pick is the Kendo training scene between Ujo and Captain Algren. Why? Because it's actually an incredibly good fight. First, they're using bakken, wooden training swords, which if you have ever held one, you know bakken are dangerous. If you get hit with one, it can do some serious damage. And both Cruz and Hiroyuki Sanada clearly go full speed in the scene. They're not just play sparring, they're at full intensity and power, and most likely carrying out the full sequence without pause. There's only two possibilities as to why Tom Cruise has operated like this in his films for decades. Either A, he sincerely cares about delivering the most entertaining experience possible to audiences, or B, he thinks it's actually real. Either way, it's clear a whole lot of preparation and training went into this scene and the film in general. Next up, we have Shinzaemon versus Hanbei in the movie 13 Assassins. For those not familiar with Japanese cinema, Takashi Miike is a special director, the kind whose range seems almost limitless. At one moment, he might make a disgustingly amazing film about a sadomasochistic Yakuza enforcer facing down a repressed psychotic killer. Other times, he might make a disgusting film about a family that has sex with and abuses each other. And then sometimes he might make a damn good samurai film. The duel between Shinzaemon and Hanbei is special because the scene wasn't grandiose or stylistic. It was human. I felt like it was a real documented samurai fight, and given its humanity, it was a hard to watch, but damn good gritty face-off. Next up, we have Shiro versus Hekokoro from the 1962 film Harakiri. This film, directed by the legendary Masaki Kobayashi, is a true samurai masterpiece. The duel in question here is not a very intense fight, but its stylistic cinematography, choreography, and music transcends the scene from cool sequence to work of art, and defines the general perception today of what a samurai duel should look like. The wind blows, and with it, so too do the weeds, but the samurai are steady, weighed down by steel, and when they drift together and apart, you realize they are the wind, they are the weeds. They have not only mastered the sword, but also their surroundings. Now, Shiro, I get that you had to break Hekokoro's katana, but did you really also have to cut off his top knot? That's a double disgrace in samurai culture. Savage, Shiro. Savage. Next up, we have the samurai duel from the show Westworld. Among the billions who inhabit this brutal little planet, some are born blessed with divine hands. Some hands are born to hit faces, some hands are born to paint masterpieces, and some hands are born to hold balls. And Hiroyuki Sanada, well, his hands were made to wield a katana. And I'm sorry to perpetuate his pigeonholing as a bushi, because he's a great actor in general. But when he's swinging a samurai sword, something just feels so right. Whoa, what's going on here? Oh no, you're not gonna... Oh damn, he's gonna dual wield katanas. And a seppuku, oh mercy, American TV ain't ready. Hiroyuki, I respect you, but don't you dare ever put down that katana. I don't care what role you're playing, be it a samurai warrior or a gynecologist. You better show up with a multi-layered steel blade concealed with the spirit of at least 5 generations of your ancestors and attached with precision to a finely wrapped handle, called Azuca in Japanese for you ignorant jerks out there, to produce a concoction so good it can only be reasonably compared to chocolate cake baked in God's oven and topped with icing made from Tom Cruise's ejaculate. Next up, we have Zatoichi versus Azuca in 1967's Zatoichi Challenged. What's the only thing better than a samurai? How about a blind samurai, as the legendary swordsman Zatoichi was? In this take on the famous swordsman's legend, directed by Kenji Misumi, the film culminates in an epic emotional duel mixed in the beauty of snowfall. Azuca desperately tries to best Zatoichi, but he fails, as Zatoichi reads his every move as if he were Braille personified. Azuca seemingly walks away from the battle intact, but the red blood of a wounded man cannot hide amongst the white of the snow. Throughout the history of Japan and the generations of samurai, many of these noble warriors have built for themselves legends worthy of the gods themselves. They curse their enemies not with might or magic, but with the unforgiving cut of infinitely penetrating Japanese steel. And together they stand revered through time as fathers of their nation. Yet among them one would rise above, swifter, more exacting, deadlier than all the rest of his brethren. His name is Jack. Samurai Jack. And many of his battles in the eponymous series are true works of art. Beautiful, remarkable, avant-garde. But one stands out as truly exceptional. In Season 4, Jack duels with an animatronic ninja. The fight is a dream in monochrome, pieced together in flashes, dark versus light, day versus night, shadow versus shadow, as the dance is played out not just as kaleidoscoping shapes before the eyes, but so too as a conflicting chorus to the ears, as the satisfying clash of swords contrasts against a dissonant instrumental. And as one wonders if this battle is being fought in light or in dark, the question really becomes, is this unfettered brilliance or depraved madness? The line between the two is fine and sharp, but so is Jack's sword. Well, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe down below. And let me know in the comments any great samurai fight scenes I might have neglected to mention in this video. I know that there is a whole bunch. For now, remember, you are the villain in this little movie we like to call life, and the sooner you realize that, the better it'll be for everyone. I'll see you next time. Generation Films, peace.